April 15th isn't just a deadline, it's a decision point. Many people ask me, should I file now or should I make an extension? What should I do? And everybody's decision is different because everybody's situation is different. So I think everybody just needs to sit back and take a breath and know that there are a lot of decisions to be made before deciding whether or not to file or to extend. The first decision has to do with, do you even have all the information that you need to file the tax return? Many people don't because there are investments that they haven't gotten the information on, or they just haven't received all the things that they need to receive and haven't put out everything together yet. And so in that case, they definitely need to extend. But if you do have everything together, then you might think about filing or you might think about extending. So, in thinking about filing and what needs to be done before the April 15th deadline, here are the things to think about. There are a few things that you can still do to lower your taxes for 2025 up through April 15th. Those things are funding an IRA, whether it's a deductible IRA or a non-deductible IRA. The non-deductible IRA isn't going to reduce your taxes, but there are other reasons to make non-deductible IRA contributions. Getting with your financial advisor makes sense there. Also, you could fund a Roth IRA, and those need to be funded by April 15th also. There's also health savings accounts for people who have high deductible health insurance plans, and those contributions also need to be made by April 15th, whether you file or whether you extend. So that's something to think about getting done before April 15th, and so getting with your financial folks on that. The other thing to think about is if you're self-employed and you have a retirement account, then you can fund that retirement account up to the day of filing, which could be October 15th. And that day, that way you can go ahead and take the deduction in 2025, but not pay for it until October of 2026, ideally. So that makes a difference in your cash flow because it's not about how much you pay, and it's also about when you pay and how you manage your cash flow. So those are the things to think about as you're figuring out whether you want to file or extend. But the other thing to think about is that, if you do decide to extend your tax return, it's not going to raise a red flag with the IRS. I know you probably just want to get it over with. I get it. But if you can't file it and you need to extend, don't fret because the IRS will be fine with you filing an extension as long as you file the extension by April 15th. The other thing to think about this year is that we've got a new tax bill that went into effect July 4th last year, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And there are quite a few changes that were made to the tax laws in that bill concerning property tax deductions and charitable contributions and other deductions for seniors and those kinds of things that really need to be addressed before the filing of your tax return. So just remember, April 15th isn't just a deadline. It's about cash flow. But you know what? I've got some questions that I've had some people ask. So let's go to those. Let's see here. One is, do I still have time to reduce my tax bill before April 15th? Yes, you do. You could contribute to an IRA. You could contribute to a health savings account. You could also contribute to a self-employed retirement plan. Those things are great things that can still be done to reduce your taxes for 2025, even though we're already in 2026. Here's another one. If I file an extension, do I have to pay anything now? Well, yes, you do if you owe. If you don't pay what you owe, then there's going to be interest and penalties. So the extension is an extension of time to file, not time to pay. So anything that you have due really should be paid with the extension. Another one is, how do I know how much I should pay with my extension? That's a great question. The tax due for 2025 should be paid with the extension. And then if there's a first quarter tax payment due, that should be included with the extension as well. That way, if there's a little bit more due in 2025 than what you thought, then you've got a little bit of an extra cushion there, and then the remainder just goes on to 2026. And this one is extending my return a sign that something is wrong? Absolutely not. The IRS knows that sometimes we just need a little bit more time to get everything filed correctly. So, our role here is to give you clarity and confidence around your financial decisions. So if you're unsure how all of these things apply to you, come see us. That's exactly why we're here.